Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to go into a quick video as to why I do not support the troops. And I'm going to give a lot of information in this video. It should all be in the description box. Please feel free to check it out. And I just want to preface this by saying whenever I tell people that I do not support the troops, it's as though they think that I don't realize what I said, and they'll tell me something like, oh no, you actually do support the troops, it's just, you don't support the war. Or they'll be like, oh no, so you actually do support the troops, it's just you don't support the current administration. And I'm like, no, I don't support the current administration, I don't support the wars, but I also do not support the troops. I reject nationalism, I reject blind patriotism, and I reject everything that the term support the troops in 2011 stands for. I completely reject it. I don't know how I could be more clear. If someone could find me a bumper sticker that says I do not support the troops, I would gladly put it on my car. I'm not going to send them a care package. I'm not going to clap for them when they're on the same plane as me. I'm not going to thank them for fighting for my freedoms. And, I'm not going to have a bumper sticker on my car that says, support the troops, because I don't support the troops, and I don't support anything that they're doing. A lot of people say, oh, that's really offensive, because many people who are in the military, they don't actually know what they're doing. They think that they're helping us. They think that they're protecting their country. Well, I really don't think that's a valid excuse anymore. And you know what? They should know what they're fighting for. They should know what they're doing. And, ignorance isn't going to bring someone's family member back. Ignorance isn't going to change the fact that since World War II, 90% of the casualties in, U.S. warfare has been unarmed civilians. It's not going to change that. It's not going to change the fact that we've killed over 1 million Iraqi people. Your ignorance, the fact that you're ignorant and you didn't realize what you were doing, it doesn't undo what you did. It doesn't make something wrong right. And I believe that people in the military, they either fall under one of three categories. Either they're dumb, and they would have to be really dumb, because we live in a time when information is at our fingertips. There's no excuse anymore for them to not know what we're fighting for. There's no excuse for them to think that they're fighting for our freedoms when the truth is that they're fighting for ExxonMobil and British Petroleum and Halliburton and Kellogg Brown and Root. There's no excuse. They don't have that excuse anymore. I'm not going to pretend like the collateral murder video doesn't exist, where we all saw, our U.S. military shooting innocent people as though they were playing a Call of Duty video game. I'm not going to pretend that to most of the world we are not viewed as the terrorists, because we are. We're aggressing against other nations that are absolutely no threat to us. None. And 90% of the casualties of these wars are innocent bystanders who have done nothing. They have done nothing to us. So they're either dumb or they're evil. That's a large possibility. If you were a serial killer, what better job than to have a job where you chop someone's head off and get paid for it? To have a job where you're given a badge of honor, and this is true, where you're given a badge of honor for stabbing someone to death who did nothing. That would be a perfect job. If you were a serial killer, if you loved violence, the perfect place for you to find employment would be the U.S. military. So you're either dumb, you couldn't get a real job, you were backed in a corner, you had to pay child support, you needed to join the military to get money, or you're evil. and you realize what you're doing and you like it. Or you realize that what you're doing is wrong and you're morally compromised. That's the third option. I believe that a lot of people fall under that option, but you know what? That's not an excuse either. I'm not going to support your position of being morally compromised. There have been many times in my life where I have been morally compromised, where people have wanted me to do things that are unethical, wanted me to do things that I do not believe in, that I found morally repugnant, that I found wrong, and I walked away. A lot of times I lost many things because of it. A lot of times it sucked. But there's always a way out. You may not like the way out, but there's always a way out. So I'm not going to support someone being morally compromised. And I don't really like the fact that we live in a culture where we basically, kiss these people's asses for joining an organization that has killed over 1 million innocent people. It doesn't make any sense. To me, that's disgusting. And I don't care if you think that this video is offensive. I think that the fact that someone would join an organization that has killed over 1 million innocent people simply because they want money, or they want, the glory of having their ass kissed, and everyone telling them, "Oh, thank you so much, sir hero." I think that that's offensive. I think that that's wrong. I think that that's morally repugnant. So I really don't care what you think about this video. And it's not like I'm mean about it. I have friends that have joined the military. It's been against my wishes. I said, you know what? As a human being, as your role as a friend, whatever, I support you, but your role in this and what you're doing, your role as a soldier, no, I don't support you. If you get into a bad situation because of it, I'm not going to help you out. I want nothing to do with it. And I respect people who have left the military and gone on to join, Veterans Against the War. To me, that takes way more courage. It takes a hell of a lot more courage to leave the military, to stand up and speak out against these wars than it does to take an AK-47 to a 5-year-old's face. I'm not going to pretend like the collateral murder video doesn't exist. I'm not going to pretend like, James Barker, said in his testimony that he and other soldiers raped a 14-year-old girl, killed her parents and her sister, shot her after they all raped her, poured kerosene over her body, returned to their site, and grilled chicken wings. I'm not going to pretend like these people have not been dehumanized. And you know what? I think it's disgusting. I think it disgusts me that these people think that because someone's different than us, because the Iraqi people or the people in the military because the people in the Middle East, that they're different from us, because they might act different, or their culture's different. That somehow means that when they feel pain, they don't feel pain as much as when we feel pain. When they love someone a little bit less than when we love someone. When they hurt, it's a little bit less than when we hurt. And they're just a little bit less human than us. I don't believe that, and I don't buy into that. And in order to take part in what this U.S. military is doing, you have to believe that. And it's disgusting to me. These people are humans, and their lives matter. And when they hurt, it matters. When one of them dies, it affects their family and friends as much as it would affect our family and friends. And I don't support the fact that 51% of the taxes I pay in federal income tax goes toward funding this genocide. So no, I do not support the troops, and I believe that they fall under one of 3 categories. They're either dumb, evil, or morally compromised. None of which of those should be commended or respected. So that's why I don't support the troops. Thank you.